This tree shows injury from a native insect that's called the sugar maple borer. So it's a native insect, and the female insect will lay its eggs on the tree. Those eggs will hatch and develop, and as they're developing, those insects will eat just underneath the bark and create this gouge that you could see. As it does that, that gouge essentially separates the upper portion of the tree from the lower portion of the tree, and that section of the tree dies. So this is called a sugar maple borer wound. The tree is trying to heal. If we break back some of this bark, normally you wouldn't do that, you'll see this callus tissue. The tree will eventually, if it's healthy and vigorous, will grow over this wound and will have kind of a swollen section around the stem. From a maple syrup production perspective, this tree will still produce maple syrup, but this represents what I call a structural defect or a lack of structural integrity. So this is a weak spot, decay can set in, and this tree might eventually break. So this is one of those trees that if you're in your woods or in your sugar bush and you're going to be thinning, you might look for this kind of an injury and cut this tree and favor a tree next to it to have more sunlight. Sugar maple borer is a native insect, and it's most common in a sugar bush or in a maple-dominated woods that has too much competition for sunlight. So if you have too many trees per acre, you're more likely to have this type of damage. Some woods will have 20 to 30% of the stems will have sugar maple borer damage.